I wore my finest dress and spent the evening in the kitchen, stirring and seasoning with care. The aroma of rosemary and roasted lamb, her favorite, filled the house. From the doorway, my daughter's laughter drifted toward me, her fiancé standing beside her, polite, composed, seemingly flawless. For a moment, I allowed myself a small smile. At last, she had found a good man. When they left, a glove slipped from her hand. Inside, I found a folded napkin. "Mom, please help me. You'll understand at the wedding." Just like that, the warmth left the room. I remained at the table long after their departure. Candles had melted into rivers of wax. The lamb roast sat cold. Her handwriting carried that familiar tremor I had seen in her as a child, the fear that once reflected in my own mirror years ago. Her father had smiled like that too, charming, calm, careful. Everyone adored him. They called us the perfect couple, blind to the invisible bruises, the silent control. He had broken me with manipulation, isolation, and subtle coercion. Every praise felt like a chain, every apology a lock. When he left, I did not weep. I rebuilt, step by step, meal by meal, smile by smile. I taught my daughter to spot predators. Yet somehow, one had slipped through. After reading her note, I began to watch. Daniel, her fiancé, polite and attentive, yet his courtesy felt rehearsed, his gaze measured. I noticed the small flinches when he touched her necklace, the way she avoided his eyes, the way her laughter shrank. I asked if she was happy. Her answer was too quick. I didn't press. I knew victims rarely speak before they are safe. I smiled, feigning belief, and began my own quiet performance. Through social media, I found his mother, the kind who flaunts every detail of her life. From her, I discovered Daniel had been engaged twice before. Both women had vanished after emotional breakdowns, leaving town quietly. I made tea and considered the pieces. It wasn't enough to confront him. No, I needed to dismantle him completely. Methodically, I collected proof, messages, financial records, a second phone hidden beneath her car seat. Daniel wasn't just manipulative. He was criminal, blackmail, coercion, fake investments. I built my case meticulously, each detail fitting into the next, like an architect of quiet ruin. The night before the wedding, I invited him under the guise of discussing final arrangements. He arrived smug, complimenting my dress, my cooking, my resilience. "I can see where she gets it from," he said. I poured him wine, just enough to ease him into comfort. Then I revealed the folder, hidden transactions, recordings, screenshots, all organized. "You'll call off the wedding," I said. He leaned back, smirking. "Or what? You'll ruin your daughter's happiness?" I leaned forward. "Her happiness depends on her silence. Mine doesn't." He laughed, mocked, and walked out. That was when I knew he wouldn't stop. On her wedding day, I wore black, not for mourning, but for clarity. When she walked down the aisle, her smile trembled. He looked triumphant. Halfway through the ceremony, 2 police officers arrived, moving silently but purposefully. They waited. Not until the priest asked, "Does anyone object?" did I step forward. "I do," I said, voice calm but firm. The officers approached. Daniel froze as handcuffs closed around his wrists. The guests gasped. My daughter stood frozen. Charges were read aloud. Fraud, extortion, identity theft. Every accusation I had gathered was now official. His charm fractured, his mask shattered. For the first time in months, my daughter exhaled freely. Later, she returned to the kitchen, the same spot, trembling hands. We sat quietly, time stretching. Finally, she whispered, "How did you know?" I smiled softly. "Because I once married your future." She cried, and I let her. But my tears had come years ago. As I washed the dishes from the wedding that never happened, I realized something profound. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it whispers through a mother's steady hands and a daughter's quiet freedom. Outside, the evening light bathed the garden, calm and unafraid. The right man had lost for once.